Is my child too young? Okay, this is what I want to get to. No, your child's not too young. They need to experience this as soon as possible, at least if they're 8 years old or older. Obviously, don't take 6-year-olds over, that's crazy. But 8 years old, 9, 10, and upwards, totally fine. The earlier we show them this experience, they get to experience and see, as mentioned, it lights something inside of them where they take everything more serious, including their parents. So you can always have this over them and say, hey, look, you want to go to Spain, do it well. Do your school, take your academy training more seriously, and etc. But seriously, we've seen it players. I've experienced it before. I've done this when I was younger. I've lived in Italy for 4 years. But before that, I went on a 2-week program, and it just goes, oh, okay, this is what I want. Like, it reaffirms and go, everything else doesn't matter. Being a clown, being silly at school, not taking my training seriously. No, I know what I want. I know how to get it. I have to do it with 100% intensity and quality and energy. So it really gets kids focused on their goal. Otherwise, what can happen? You have a bad year at club. You think, oh, maybe soccer's not it for me. I don't enjoy it anymore. I've had a bad coach, and now my level's gone down. Whatever it may be, no good. We want kids to go on this experience, go, okay, I'm taking responsibility for my development because I know I want to achieve this. Regardless if I get a bad coach or bad players or a bad year, I know what I want. I know how to get it. I'm going to work my butt off, whether it's at the club, at the academy, or at home. They're going to go with 100% intensity, which is so important and crucial, because the quicker they develop, as mentioned, the sooner they can actually take the next step with their professional career. So the earlier they do this, the better, okay? Will there be another trip? So we aren't able to guarantee another trip. Obviously, we don't have any control over this program. I am in disbelief that we can even go to start with. So hopefully, yes, but I've got no idea. So while we have the opportunity and while we're going in 2025, make the most of it now. Express your interest, hop on a phone call, and see if your child is eligible to go on this program. For all the reasons I keep on saying and repeating myself. It's truly sensational. It's until you experience it, you won't understand. And I have no control. They could say, okay, we've cancelled the program. We're no longer doing it. There's COVID. They for some reason, something happens and they just no longer want to deal with us. Anything could happen. We have no control. So make the most of it now while you got it, before anything bad happens, okay? Skip through this. Okay. Can my child actually get scouted? So the program, the Valencia 2-week program, is an incredible experience. It's not a talent identification program. For further progressions to Europe, you will need to inquire about a long-term Spanish program. Okay. In saying that, think about it logically. With this program, you're not going to be overlooked. It's not like you're playing one game here and there with some clubs and you're hoping the club that you're playing against sees you play for a little bit and you do well and they try to get your details. No. You're going to be with a Valencia La Liga coach of your age group for 2 weeks. So the coach of your age group of a professional club in Spain is going to see you for 2 weeks. He's going to be able to know you inside and out. He's going to be able to get to know you. He's going to be able to identify your talent, okay? So that's all I'm going to say on that, okay? And if you do want further progressions to Spain, and in Spain, we get to work with not only Valencia, but some other academies in there. And our long-term Spanish program will include being a part and playing in one of those Spanish academies. And you'll be able to stay with a host family, and you'll be able to live there with the host family, learn the Spanish language, play there, train there. If you have no visa, you can still go there for 3 months. If you have a European passport or other ways to get around it, you can stay there indefinitely. Okay, so yes, this is an incredible experience. It's not a talent identification program, but think about it logically. You're with a Spanish La Liga coach of your age group for 2 weeks. If they like you, who knows? What is the price and why? As mentioned, $4,900, $3,500 for a family member. We spoke about it already. Super valuable. There's no better program out there at the moment who is doing it like we are, let alone for this price. So I encourage you, try to see what's out there. We are doing the best at the best price. It's a world-renowned Spanish First Division club. We've been there before. We know what it's like. We know it's incredible. It's not like some sham or scam where it looks all fancy and then we get there and they they pull the rug underneath us, or whatever the phrase is. We've been there. We know what it's like. Okay, you're not the guinea pig. We've done it. Okay, it's incredible, and for this price, it's outrageously valuable. Okay, it's just go there and experience it, and you're gonna go, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it, Kyle. This was incredible. I can't wait to go again. In fact, we actually have a child that is going to go again. They went last year and they're going to go again this year, which shows how amazing this program is. So not only for the coaches, but the connections, the relationship that you make with the people in Valencia, at the academies, with the people in the city. It's incredible. Other players my age attending. From what we've had so far, we've got lots of interest in a bunch of ages, but for whatever reason we say we're not taking your age group, we'll just give your money back if you've already made your deposit, so no issues there. If we don't go, you don't pay, obviously. So, but in saying that as well, if we have a big range of kids, we're not going to take 16-year-olds with 12-year-olds with 8-year-olds. We're not going to mix it. So we're going to make sure that ages are similar. If they are, we'll go with your child, or we'll take the other kids of the similar age if there's more of them, or whatever the case may be. Okay. Are the kids my skill level attending? It doesn't really matter for you, but for us, we don't want to be taking players over that aren't experienced. If they're not experienced and they're just complete beginners, or they're just low level, we would only ever do that if we had like 12 beginner kids and they just want to go, like they're in the hobby stage of our programs. They're not in the growth or the professional group of players. We would never mix. The same way with our normal training development programs, we never mix. We don't have beginners with intermediate players or elite players. We separate ages and skill. That for us is super, super important. So yes, they will be similar skill. But for you, if you kind of want to be the best player and you want to stand out anyway, so it shouldn't matter for you too much. But for us, it's just a bad look if there's a bunch of mixed ages and skill levels. We don't want that. That gives us a bad reputation to the club, and we want to make sure that they see us in a very good light.